Welcome back to Tarth Takes Wing. Now, there is something we need to talk about. These are recorded ahead of time, to some extent. I'm sure, now that I've realized it, that the comments section has been roasting me, and many people have given up on these videos because, in fact, you cannot inherit mayorship normally. Maybe it was a mod that I had, where if you married into the mayor's court would be picked from among the mayor's known associates, and since one of their children could have it, that would be where it goes. So that's not how it works. So now I don't know that it's bad to have family members spread out all over the place, but they are not actually likely to become the mayor of those places. It has let me get rid of a lot of grandchildren and great-grandchildren. I have, however, invested many of my sons in the mayorships of my local area. There's a specific reason why we are doing that. That makes Brandon Belaerys my warlike marshal son. Now, I don't intend to use him as a marshal, but maybe we will do some more stuff. There are plenty of scallywags and other bad people that need to be brought back under the Iron Throne's grasp. So maybe we will go to war. That said, why do I want him in particular? He's the one marrying Tanda Baratheon. What does this mean? That their child, if we get the murder off correctly, their child should end up inheriting... Because this guy won't get married. Oh no, he did get married. We may have to kill him. Oh no, as long as he doesn't have a son, we'll be fine. As long as there's no sons, we might have to kill the guy. If we kill the guy, the girl will inherit. We'll think about it. Anyway, the point is that there's a high chance that their marriage will unite the bloodlines and make it so that all of Tarth's possessions and all of the paramountship of the Baratheons all go to their first male child, in which case we don't have to take over the Stormlands by force. All it takes is 2 or more murders. And we were ready to commit a murder, and then the person died while we were in the process of planning to murder them. But, you know, when you're at the end of your life, like Tarth Belaerys, and you see these traitors, and you see treason rising up across the land, you have to take extreme measures to protect the Targaryens, because Lord knows, the Seven knows, they will not protect themselves. They will not. Alright, let's get back to things then. I wish they would protect themselves. I, Ryessa Stark, declare myself queen. Oh my goodness. Unreal. Unreal! I retreat to my chambers one evening, exhausted and weary from yet another day of tedium and monotony. As I lay on the edge of sleep, I am suddenly stirred awake by the shrill screeching of metal on stone. I shoot awake and see a shadowy figure at the edge of my bed, its toothy grin, the only illuminated part of it I can see clearly. I cannot move, I can only stare as it steps toward me, dagger in hand. Then suddenly I wake once more. It has marked me that this visit... I fear I must be collected by the stranger very soon. A fate I must change. I must become immortal. Someone's trying to kill Rael. Oh, you know, my lover, she is 49. Alright, so what we're going to do is dismiss her as my concubine, which should also break up. And then we're going to invite her back to court. Oh, she won't come back to court. But I've already invested my son with her. I wish she would come. Oh, she went to her son's. She went to her son's area. Okay, so she's still in the greater part of my lands. She's, oh boy, we've had a slaughterhouse here. I did invest my sons, so that's probably what happened. Aptitude. My master-at-arms will be my friend-granddaughter. She's kind of good at this. Let's see here. Do I have any grandsons? Great-grandsons? I got a grandson. We have my brother-in-law, Prince Aenys, the former king, overthrown by the good efforts of everyone. My seneschal will be Tythan Belaerys. Works for me. My master of horse will be my lover. There's no garden hermits. We've got one of my sons, who's also a mayor now. Congratulations on your mayorship. As Savannah would say, we love that for you. Few knights. We need more knights. I'm sure there's a decision to invite knights. You know what? We'll invite claimants as well. We'll just go absolutely nuts. We'll go apeshit. Why are we befriending this guy? Oh, he's my spy master, and I want to make sure he can't work against me. Sinel busily jots down my words as I dictate them. I must be careful with my choices. Leferio, my neighboring ruler, could be swayed to support my cause in spreading the word of the most sacred life of Lord Tythan, but the wrong phrasing may come off conceited, perhaps. I pause. Sinel does too, patiently waiting. What would he want to hear? He is a gracious ravener who's compassionate, wrathful, greedy, and paranoid. Ah, diplomacy challenge, which I shall wreck him on. Yes, exit up. We converted another province to the faith. So now I think it's just down to... Oh, wait, is this... This is Faith of the Pure. Okay. We need to convert another province. And then we have to, of course, convert Skane, right? Our little island. Yes, we'll have to convert Skane at some point. My spy master has come to me with grave news. It is my champion Ella that is plotting to kill my courtier Hugo. Why is everyone always planning to kill Hugor? What did this guy do? Guys, what did he do? It's been like 20 years of people trying to kill Hugor. All is dark around me. Just ahead, a solitary light is there in the distance. Like instinct, I walk across this void towards a single spot of light, until I'm greeted by a lone figure, dressed all in white that looks just like an older version of me, so he looks pretty much exactly the same. He smiles at me with a kind of warmth only a father can give, and invites me to sit beside him. Basking in the warmth of his presence, I feel an inexplicable elation and peace. Do you know why I made mortals die, Tythan? It's what separates you from me. You know how precious life is. Your eternity in the seven heavens is coming, but for now, there are people below waiting for. No, I will live forever. Ah, that will lower my legend spread chance, which is not what I want right now. Or I can be at peace. Minus 50% stress gain. That's pretty good. That's not what I would say, though. I would absolutely say I will live forever. My grandson Aegon seems to... Oh, great-grandson Aegon seems to enjoy our latest feast immensely. He got along quite well with everyone he spoke to, even the adult guests. A gregarious boy, I should say. I also need to mark out... I need to mark out a lady. A lady who I can invite to join my following, one might say. A lady who I can attract as a sort of, you know. Companion, concubine. We'll just say that right, as a concubine. Alright, Vermithor lost another dragon rider. I caught these two hiding in the food stores, a very irate cook shouts at me, dragging my great-granddaughter Alarys and Shanae in tow. They stole a whole keg of mead, and Alarys just sat there as Shanae drank herself in a near oblivion, he says angrily. It seems as if my ward protected her partner in crime, keeping a lookout while abstaining from any drink herself. Temperate's a fine trait to have, my girl. A fine trait indeed. Ah, the feast begins. Welcome, friends, welcome. A feast is underway, and our guests are eating and drinking merrily. Master Kalon of Sapphire Point approaches Zerana and me at the great table. This is a marvelous feast. All my compliments to the host. Irana deserves all the credit. Look at her dancing. She's a wonderful, stark woman. What had started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one thanks to the presence of Lord Matares, that's my grandson. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects, and as things would have it, it seems we have a lot in common. I had such a good time with him. He is my friend. You know, now that I think about it, my son is quite old. I want my wife is I was going to say, I want someone younger to be my regent, because if I die... So originally it was my son who was a septon, but I do want my wife, because she is so much younger than him, so that if she is forced to raise the boy, the 9-year-old, I think his name's Brandon, I don't have to worry about her taking over. The feast is dwindling down, and I find myself deep in conversation with my apprehensive grandson Vagon. He inquires about my opinion on the blessings of family, a subject he is deeply interested in. Ah, you made a friend. Fantastic. In all the celebration and revelry, there is a lull in conversation across the entirety of the attendees. Master Carl are the only ones still exchanging words, but I feel myself compelled into silence as eyes begin to fall on me. Perhaps this quiet moment is my opportunity to talk about the most sacred life of Lord Tythan. Carl, you must let me tell you a story. Or I can get Legendary Feaster. Plus 25% legend spread chance. I'm gonna do everybody rather than just some random ass mayor. I don't care if he spreads it to one place. The sound of hops fill the halls of Evenfall while the guests sip the last drops of wine. Above them, the voice of Sinel rises harmonically. Now listen, for I shall tell you about the tale of the most sacred life of Lord Tythan. Everyone will be talking about it. Is that my former concubine has died? He was a good friend. And the milk of the poppy addict. Few candles survive after the last of the guests have left. I can hear a pair of servants letting out sighs of relief after the doors close. The food is still warm on the ceramic plates. Soon word will reach every corner of the realm, and every noble with their salt will know that my magnificence is unparalleled. With everyone headed home with bellies full of exotic delicacies, I am proud to say that the feast was a success. Nevertheless, I am still grateful that the endeavor is over for now, and with that, it's all done. Alright, I'm going to take a short break here to eat a frozen fruit bar. But don't worry, this will hopefully be edited out by a super genius editor who is also me. There's my call out to the comments section this time around. How long do you think it took me to eat a frozen fruit bar? Ah, the winter has passed. The money is coming back in. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Because we're going to need it to upgrade our legend quite soon. Maybe not as soon as I want, but soon. Alright, it's almost time to kill that baby. Execute scheme. Seize the moment. I had to do this. I had to do this. My agents have succeeded in murdering Aelinor. A thorn in my side no longer, thanks to the crone. All things fall eventually. Kingdoms, lords, children pushed from high places. Such an unavoidable tragedy. I have covered my tracks well, and if anyone suspects me of being behind the attack, then they dare not say it aloud. It's treason, then. And these children are also married into my line. So really, I just have to worry about this guy having more kids. Because I think if we eliminate him, then the next two people in line are both marrying into my family. That's also a Belaerys, and that's also a Belaerys. Murder. Murder, I say. A murder most foul, I should add. A most foul murder indeed. I shall bring Ryessa in from the north. I shall bring the Spy Master in as well. That will make this very easy. Who shall be my assassin? Could it be my own son and chaplain? My Spy Master's in on the deal. We're fully locked in. We're gonna get this guy. My granddaughter Cirella has been impressed with one of the household knights for a very long time. After finally meeting in person, she's been repeating the warrior's words to herself. Okay, so we have patient or diligent. I'm going to say patient. Diligent can have some drawbacks from time to time. What is this? What is this regalia? I will take that. That's a lot of money, but we don't have a regalia, so we could use one. I am friends with my Spy Master now. Excellent. So I can trust him to have my back and not murder me. Which is good. I should also become friends. He's already my friend. Perfect. Is there anyone else I should befriend? Let's see here. Alaric Swan. Let's become friends with the Spy Master. So tell me, my lord. My daughter Mael's voice snaps me out of my thoughts, and I find her waving her hand, the quill spilling ink on the floor. What about that time you defeated Lord Rolano's war? Surely that is worth adding to your legend. Ah, that was such a great occasion. My concubine Ryella has been absent from my chamber. We don't want to reset. I will investigate myself. Yeah, of course she is. I don't know why these events keep coming up. Why do these events keep coming up? Oh, and I do need to find a new concubine. A new concubine must be found, of course, of course. An unmarried woman with inheritable traits who is at least 16 years of age. Possibly someone like Iria. She is not the gay. Send her a laudable poem of mourning. Excellent. I can ride Mellies together. Hopefully it doesn't make me do that. Go super high. The clouds boil and the thunder cracks among them in the distance. When I took to the skies just moments ago, a storm was already brewing, but a dragon rider of House Belaerys must be prepared for all kinds of weather. Beneath me, Mellies twitches its wings, almost like it's uneasy as we sail into the dark rolling clouds. I guide my dragon higher, not out of the storm, but into it. Lightning dances at the edge of my vision. Winds tear at my cloak. Rain lashes my face with the flurry of tiny knives. And still I remain steady in the saddle. Mellies sensing my calm steadies too. Together, we do not flee the storm. We thread through it like a needle through silk. So either we can fly without fear, or the fire burns all the brighter. We convert to the 14 flames. No, thank you. Nope, nope. But I could learn dragon dreams where I'm hunted by premonitions and visions of possible future. That is interesting, but I think no, we're not going to convert. Perfect navigation. Mellies and I, we are one. The cat jumps in place. Servant, come catch this cat. This dratted cat. Alright, then we're gonna lower the cost of upgrading my legend. My courtier Damon, okay, just scheming against some random person. Let the traitor be known. Blah, 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 blah. My lord, the work on your precious artifact is proceeding well. My beneficiary, Alyssa, seems to be in a very good mood today. I'm not making any promises, but if I manage to produce a true masterpiece, what idea would you like to guide my hand? Bring glory to my dynasty. Bring glory to my dynasty. My spy master has come to me with a discovery. He is certain that my grandson-in-law, Kenric, is scheming against my courtier Rael. This is... he's an in-law. Let the traitor be known to all. Stop trying to kill my favorite concubines. In my scheme to murder Wallace, I have enlisted the help of Queen Raessa, who it turns out is something of an encyclopedia when it comes to languages. Using her vast knowledge of several dialects, she has created a code which she claims is uncrackable. Not only would a master cryptographer be required, they would need to have an understanding of the subtleties of old grammar, the details of Valyrian proverbs, all while keeping in mind common word structure. An excellent initiative. Secrecy plus 10%, exactly what we need. We cannot be discovered in this endeavor. I have been rescinded of Steward. He's probably going to promote me to something else. Not necessarily a promotion, he could just be moving me sideways. Lord Paramount Lucian is being attacked by Lord Adon. This is the lustful event. We're saying lustful because it's now a virtue among our people. Virtuous. A virtuous mission, really. The virtuous mission. I can feel it in my very bones. The stranger will come for me soon. I have 1 year left to live. Like an old friend, it is patiently waiting to receive me. Brandon will soon take over for me. It will be a difficult rise to power, my son. I am not certain if you are ready. Today, my granddaughter Shanae was taught a lesson in vassal management by Mael. It was quite complicated, of course, necessary, but perhaps a bit beyond Shanae's grasp. Yes, be patient, my good girl, be patient. Patience indeed. There are many who lack patience. They do not understand the finer subtleties of things. Yeah, my metalsmith, Alyssa, updates me on her progress, droning on about ideas, about the limits of the mold and the bellows as my mind reels with bold ideas for my regalia. Making may not be my personal forte, but that doesn't mean I can't have a say on how my money is spent. Have you considered this angle? It is better. Well, it hardly seems worth it now that I know that I'm going to die to reach out for a new courtesan. But we must pursue our pleasures in life. What if I suddenly get better and don't die? Wouldn't that be wild? My great-granddaughter Vael enters my chamber tapping her foot. Great-grandfather, my lord, I want to discuss my betrothal. I don't want to marry Orain. An unfaithful oaf? He can't possibly stay true to me. Please, great-grandfather, please don't make me do this. Do it. Ah, she's melancholic. Vassal often clamors to gain the attention of their liege, but for once that particular table has been turned. Varen would be such a boon to have as an advocate for the most sacred life of Lord Tythan. I must make every effort to get him on side. I must think carefully about what would be best to catch his eye. Perhaps a promise of investment in his holdings. Maybe a simple promise of a favor. My eye drifts over to my wolf fangs on the other side of the room. Could he be swayed? He should follow my life regardless. My favor... He gets a favor hook. Yeah, sure, get a favor hook on me. I'm gonna die soon. Oh, murder scheme has 5. Let's execute. Could be risky. We're going for it. Wallace still lives. The assassin made a critical mistake at the most delicate moment. Wallace woke up to see a menacing figure. I have to cover my tracks well, and if anyone suspects me of being behind the deck, they dare not say it. Unfortunate. We still need to solve this particular problem of him possibly having more children. Any boy heir would be a threat to our future rule, for sure. I have been made aware that Aria is very close to her uncle, Captain Nuravio. Gaining his favor might help me catch her attention. No. 95%. There's no reason to do anything crazy. There's no reason to do anything crazy. Ah, my granddaughter Amena has given birth to a daughter. Very well, child. You shall become a steward, like many, in this time. A steward, indeed. Educate young Bello in diplomacy. I wonder, can I change young Brandon's focus? He would be a bad steward. I see. Do it anyway, boy. Can only be changed once. No! I want to change it now. Damn it. Well, we're back. We've married into several of the ducal families of the Stormlands. It's very, very difficult to get in the direct line, but sisters, younger brothers, and then if anything happens, you may just magically end up with control. I mean, we control 2 duchies. The family dynasty controls 2 duchies in Dorne now, which is absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Amore, a day of sorrow. We shall skin Amore so that her pelt will remain with me forever. Forever with me, Amore. Got the Red March. This is the Iron word, right? Yep, and we've also got this. My great-granddaughter is also the High Lordship. Wow, she controls 2. I think she might be more powerful than me. God's Grace and the Stoneway. She's a double duchess. My ward Aegon has come of age. Get married and have children. Procreate. Direwolf cloaks for sale. Direwolf cloaks for sale. The merchant yells. I turn around and see the merchant has 3 large, furry cloaks strung up behind him. He catches my gaze and invites me to inspect the cloaks. Direwolves? Those are extinct. Explain yourself, merchant. The direwolf extinct? No. The merchant mutters, south of the wall, yes. But these cloaks are made from direwolves hunted by wildlings beyond the wall. I have gone through great strife to have these fresh wares delivered south of the wall for buyers such as yourself. Go on, then inspect them. See for yourself. I pull down a large white cloak. Feeling the coat in my hands, I am not surprised to discover that their craftsmanship is nothing extraordinary. I close my eyes and smell it. The cloak smells of old meat and wet dog. The merchant implores me to try it on. I slip it on, and I can feel a close breeze shedding through it. The merchant clears his throat, mumbling something about time to pay up or return the cloak. I should have you arrested for this. Unbelievable. You dare try to... Ah, summer has begun. Is there any chance that it might keep me from dying? No, dying has returned. Dying has returned. I spot my wife, Arana, chatting excitedly to Alyssa, listing ideas and suggestions for her regalia. My metalsmith is barely concealing her contempt, clearly annoyed at my spouse's interference. And as you are forming a regalia, it may as well match my old grandmother's old regalia. Come, darling, let us leave this to the experts. Lord Martin has accused my son, Master Aegon, of having had an affair with his lover, Kerala. Okay. Okay. These accusations are naught but lies in malice. Let us upgrade some windmills. Leave a little cash to the next generation. The dance with Rhea, the dance. She is ambitious, stubborn, zealous, greedy, a zealous ravener. I think she might be a little malicious. If not, I would say greedy. No matter how hard I try, Rhea did not laugh at my jokes. Ooh. Ooh. As I'm dying, I've no longer got it. You there! This is my own granddaughter talking shit about me. As I promenade down the stairs and across the courtyard, I reach one of the corridors where the servants usually watch the children, but it's not them that I find. Illyria's voice reaches me, loud and clear, and I conceal myself among the stone pillars. What has Lord Tythan done anyway? Was there any of us there to see his so-called legend that he so proudly makes us sing now? You there! My legend, you shall not speak ill of it. Inspiration realized. We've got a prestige, a renown, and a romance modifier. Fantastic. That is very my guy. Perfectly emblematic of my lord. You know, it might be wise to save money right now for the death. Because we need to have a feast or a funeral afterwards to make everybody happy. You learn of Delon Sanders' witch secret. I don't care. Let her be a witch. I need the money for my heir. I'm dying. Has the heir been taught the language of Valyrian? They are. As I die, they must be taught the Valyrian. Someone, anyone, make sure that they have studied the Valyrian language. The language. Mayel continues to jot down more and more tales from the most sacred life of Lord Tythan, until suddenly she pauses, a sly smile on her lips. Now, I did hear one rather interesting story, she begins slowly, of a certain drinking contest with an ogre of all things. How mightily did our hero to be able to drink such a creature under the table. Perhaps a demonstration would let me truly appreciate that fact. I don't know where this tall tale come from, but a certain amount of pride begins to prickle. It happened. You'd best believe it. Believe it, he said Naruto-ishly. My ward Cirilla has come of age. And it's time for... Oh, and Belaerys. They both come of age. Congratulations, ladies. As I lay upon my bed, cursing my weak, failing body, I can barely make out a figure approaching me. Their slow steps and heavy silence are starting to scare me. Ha! Look at you now! Not so fearsome anymore, are you? Do you even recognize me, you blathering debaucher? It is I, Didlon. Oh, how I've longed to see you brought so low. Her bitter laugh dislodges some unpleasant memories in my mind, but a dull fog soon engulfs them. I can't even remember why we hated each other so much. I try to move, escape, scream, anything but my frail body. has long stopped listening to me. You know what? I forgive you. I forgive you. You have died. Lord Tythan of Tarth's soul has finally been cast through the seven hells at 89 years of age. He died of old age. Known to be a respected scholar, he spent most of his days studying in the library, rarely leaving his castle. Lord Brandon ascends to the throne. Merely 11 years old, he will need to rely on his regent, Master Matares, during the first years of his rule. Tythan, 89, ruled for 74 years. He accomplished so much. He founded a faith, was the head of Westerosi Valyrian culture, which took a lot. He was very famous, very loved by the gods, was absolutely crazy at war. He hosted a lot of feasts and attended a lot of feasts. And he went to school. It was wild, bro. My lineage is just one guy. It's one guy, that's it. And from starting with just Lord Tythan, we now have 95 living members. Look at that tree. That's crazy, man. Tythan had so many kids, and those kids had a lot of kids. And honestly, some of those kids also had kids. Some of these people like me, some don't like me. It's a difficult time. A transition between life and death. The dragon Melis is going absolutely nuts. I will attempt to bond with it as my father did. As my father did. Bond with Melis. Let us bond, Melis. Empty council positions. We will have to rebuild the council from the beginning and then host this feast. Where is my good stewards? Where did the courtsmiths go? Why are they gone? Where have all the courtsmiths gone? Why have they left me? Send for a maester. Send to Old Town. I must have a maester. Wow, my whole court has left me. Holy shit. Alright. We need to let that flow in for a second. The maester I sent from the Citadel for has arrived in Evenfall. Good. Yep. I need a Master Smith. Perfect. Okay, Master Smith is going here. I don't remember what we had him doing. Is it a cultural thing? Did we finish doing the culture everywhere? Cultures. Westerosi Valyrian. Very well. We shall have you build the capital. Capital needs building. A Castellan steward. How novel. A chancellor? Chancellor assigned to making my vassals happy. An excellent spy master is something we're lacking. And then, of course, a marshal. And a fine admiral. My maester shall be my admiral. Master at arms. No one can be my captain of the house guard. Brutal. Antiquarians. Seneschal. Man, a lot of people just left my dad's court when he died. Don't you believe in me, people? Don't you believe in this young boy? Court Chronicler. Does he have good... Who's got the good shit? Ryogo's got the good shit. The Brewmaster. covers a lot of positions. We are over top on some of them. Was this working? Yes, so Evenfall Hall is working. We have to give away 3 court positions, which are probably going to be the 2 castles that I have. Huh. Oh, and the ruins are being counted, but the ruins, when they untick over, should add their +1 domain limit ability, but it's disabled. Yeah, so we do still probably need to give away at least 1 holding for now, and it's going to be the backup castle of Castle Star. So who can we invest in the castle that isn't previously invested in something? Sir Viserys Belaerys, please bring your whole family. We shall grant you a title to Castle Star. Fantastic. What happened to my knighthoods? Yikes. Inactive accolades. I can't bring it back? Fight knights. Could certainly use them. We are also going to want a wet nurse, even though we're deeply, deeply in debt. Absolutely crazily in debt. Alyssa. Not that I specifically need a wet nurse, but okay. And I have a prearranged marriage to the lovely Tanda Baratheon. If we do not break it, and everything goes exactly as planned, and this guy doesn't have any other children, or at least no boy children, the 2 lines will unite perfectly, and my son will take over as the Lord Paramount of the Stormlands. Fantastic. Unbelievably fantastic. Okay. We can use the restore accolades. Can we? Doesn't seem to be popping up here. Oh, here it is. Eligible candidates for every inactive accolade will appear in the next year and become captains. Okay, we'll do that as well because we had some good accolades. We're deeply in need of the monies. We quite need the monies. Have a martial focused education. Now, can I choose my own education? No. I can't change it. Do I have a guardian? Yes. Good. I will have a knight squire me. Good. I want to be a knight when I grow up. What else? We need to talk about other children. There were probably a ton of kids who... Oh no. That's why I don't have any courtiers. A huge number of my brothers and sisters have just gone to other courts. See. There is no need to go to other courts, brothers and sisters. You are always welcome with me. Always welcome. Wow, we need to invite so many people back, but you know what? We're doing it. We're going to rebuild the realm. We're going to rebuild the realm, ladies and gentlemen. You won't join me for no reason? Fine. I can't force you. Wow. Having a tough time here. Getting the family back together. My friend, Lord Aemon. My bully, oh no, my wife is my bully. Oh boy. Alright. I'm telling you, listen, if Savannah is watching this, she's probably about to write a shit ton of fan fiction right here. My wife is my bully. Teenaged Game of Thrones CW show material for sure. For sure. Milk of the poppy? At my school? No thanks, dog. Oh, it occurs to me that this guy doesn't even have any dragon lore. This is rough trying to reach out to the dragon without dragon lore. I have dragon blood, yes. And I have bonded blood, yes, yes, yes. Okay. I could inherit my dad's legend, but we're gonna wait on that, actually. We're gonna wait on that. Make sure my mom's still at my side, yes. We can find you a nice spouse, a good man to take care of you in your later years. But hold on. We want it to be someone in the court so she doesn't go anywhere. Now that makes sense. It could be my court chaplain knight. He can get married. Why not? Why not? You can be my new stepfather. Okay, we can remove a lot of these. Not you. You need to be watched carefully. Very carefully. Okay. I think this is all right. I'm going to pardon my stepbrother. Am I also still the High Septon? I want to make sure that that dropped with me. Yes, it did. Excellent. Members of the Targaryen dynasty may legally wed brother to sister. Fantastic. Fantastic. We can also do that legally. Oh. Is there anything else I want to do? How's my succession looking? My successor is my half-brother. Makes sense. Level 4 authority. That's why people don't like me, is because almost everyone has a huge minus opinion of me. That's why we need to save up and get that feasting and funeral for my dad immediately. We need those so we can establish our position. So here are some other goals for the lifetime of this young man. Number 1 goal, bring the Stormlands back together underneath his son's rule. We need to ensure that that happens, and then lead, or get him to lead, a crusade to unite Dorne, the North, the Reach, the Westerlands, the Iron Islands. Is it just the Riverlands and the Vale that are still in the... and the Crownlands, of course. We got to bring them all back in. We got to reforge the 7 kingdoms into, like, the 9 kingdoms. Really. There's some question as to how many kingdoms there were. I mean, it used to be the kingdoms of rivers and hills, or rivers and islands. Some called it the King of Mud at some points. Well, well, well. Number 2. This is more of a his lifetime. Continue the expansion of dynastic control over the Stormlands. 3. This is probably actually the real highest priority and kind of tangent to the first one. Prop up the Targaryen dynasty. They're clearly having a lot of trouble. Their king has let a lot slip through the fingers. Number 4. I mean, now that we have some dragon blood in us, we've had dragon riding, we have tons of Targaryen blood. We need to keep propping up the Targaryens in our court, but we also need to expand our influence at the Citadel, the Septons, the Septas. We haven't let that many go, so we need to start allowing that to happen. What else? We need to finish our colony on Skane. And I mean, it's almost finished, and that's just to get the very most basic stuff started. Then expand the colony on Skane, and then start expanding the colony in Valyria, because the real long-term goal beyond bringing the Seven Kingdoms back together is to claim a dragon mount, and eventually the entirety of the Empire of Valyria to be reforged underneath our hand. I mean, this place is cool as shit, man. Somebody had fun working on this. Also, somebody hated working on this. Valyrians had a sense of style when they were making stuff. All right. I think I did ask you guys for the comment section thing earlier, which was about the frozen fruit bar. I think that was this episode. Anyway, if you've got any other comments, you can also kneel in the comment section and offer your homage to your new lord, Brandon Belaerys, son of a concubine, charming, ambitious, and craven. This is not a good combo. He is a sinful boy, a sinful boy, but he is so handsome and intelligent, and he is of the divine blood. He is their most devout. What can I say?